Welcome to Denton, guys. Today we got a little special thing going on today. When you're out on the trail with your truck, you got your brand new VS4-10, but then all your buddies have got one too, so they all start looking the same. You got your same bumpers on front and back, and you just want to change it up a little bit. Well, today we do. Thanks to ScalerFab, we've got a couple of different options of bumpers, and I'm going to show you how to install them onto your rig. And then I got some footage of them actually running, so you can see how it looks on the vehicle out in the rocks. So what we'll get done, I've got the tires already off and I got the body off, so it'll be easier for you to see. Notice I got the body post off, trying to make it easier for you guys to see what's going on. That way you know what you're getting into when you get them. Alright, so first of all, what I've done is flip the car over on its back, and if you look closely right here, it has got 2 on this side and 2 on this side holding the front bumper on. Now remember, we are inverted, so this is the front of the vehicle. So what we need to do first is to remove both of these, and that is going to be a 2.5 millimeter. So what we'll do is, I'm sure if you built this rig, you know how to take screws in and out of. So what we'll do is we'll jump to the point where I've actually got the bumper off. I won't make you sit here and watch me unscrew 4 of these giantly long screws, which are, by the way, 3 millimeter by 20. If I'm not mistaken. Right, so I'm going to take the other 3 out and I will be right back. Alright guys, so I got the bumper off. You can see this is what it looks like without the bumper on it. This has got gaps here and here between the frame and the brace. This is the updated brace it goes all the way from the top of the servos all the way down to the front bumper to give it more support. Because there was rumors that they was bending the frame, I think right here at this elbow here. Luckily I did not have that problem, and I got and Vanquish sent out this updated cross member really quick. Alright, so this is one I'm going to opt on putting on this time. I'll show you what the other ones look like on the car. I won't make you sit here and watch me take them on and off and put them on each time, because they all go on basically the same way. So what we're going to do is we'll take, and it'll go on the top here. Notice I'm putting it on the outside of the inner fenders because I just want to pinch it in between them and make sure it stays secure. Yes, it's probably going to rub the paint off, but it's not somewhere people's going to see. And these bumpers will eventually be painted. So that's the way I'm going to do it. And something I do not have at the moment that I do recommend is finding yourself spacers that fit, that take up this gap here. I don't think there'll be any issues, but I would just like to have an extra amount of support here on both sides. You could use K&K spacers. I'm sure they got one that's about the right size. Alright, so the spacer between here and here, you need 4 of them if you use like a K&K spacer. I do not have the exact measurement at the moment, but that's what I would do to just give it that little bit extra support. So what we'll do is I'll be putting this on like this. My dogs are over here making all kinds of racket. They're playing in my shop. Alright, so you'll get the screw started. You'll run it all the way in. You don't want to tighten it down yet though, but you'll just get it where it snugs up to it. And you do that with all 4. And when I get back after putting the other 3 in, I'll show you why. Alright, so I got all 4 screws in there, got them ready. Now, if you notice where I left it loose, when I turned it over and put the body on, I can still move it around and kind of adjust it. Oops, still got a little snug still. I can adjust it to where I want it to set on my body. If you like to have it real snug, if you like for it to set a little loose, you can do it any way you want to, you know. You just leave you a little bit of slack in your bolts. And then you can move it in, move it out, whatever you need to do. Now, a bit of advice. If you're like me and you like to run your bumper real nice and tight up against the frame, trying to get as much under the body as you can, you may have to take and trim out your fender liners here. Just cut it back a little bit so that you notice there's this vertical plate. I made it where it goes up in there. Let's see if I can get you a better view of it. Let's see. See, here's the front of the fender liner, and then I got it cut back to here so I can run it way back. That's just me. That's the way I personally like. That's the way I personally like to run it. You might like something different, but that's my recommendation, and you do it the way you like, because remember, it's your truck, not anybody else's, so do what you like and be happy with it. Alright, so what we're going to do is I'm going to flip it around to the other side, and I'm going to show you about the back bumper, and I'll be right back. Alright, so here's the back bumper. It's a lot like the front bumper. It's got 4 bolts again. Notice there's not a cross member on this one in the back. So, like last time, what you'll do is you'll take your 2.5mm and you'll just run this out. And this one won't take as long because it's shorter. It's not 20mm long. So, take this and take it out and set it off to the side, and you do it 3 more times. I'm not going to make you watch it, so I'll be right back in a second. Here's what it looks like without the bumper in it. Nothing supporting the inner fenders or anything. Nice open gap here. So what I'm going to be installing this time is this bumper right here. It's a double tube bumper. It's got the flats on the back and bolts up on the side just like this. And on this one, what I do is I do it on the outside again. It goes on the outside. Like I did on the front, I'll pinch the inner fenders on it. I'll take one of my screws that I had taken off, put it through, line up the holes. It goes through like that. All right. The difference is I'm going to need one of these. It's a M3 nylock nut. Now that I don't have the threaded bumper in the back, I need this to take to hold the threads. So you can take the tool that you get with everything. I know you probably got a dozen of them if you built this kit. I use it to hold it and stick it in there, and it helps if you grab the right screw driver. It's 2.5. So you run it in there, run it in, don't get it too tight, because remember we're going to have to adjust it. I do have washers on this one. You probably should have had washers on the front one, but there you are. So move around. Oh, got it through there. I'm not gonna make you watch all 3 of them, all 4 of them, but let's see. just like that. We're going to leave them loose because they'll need adjusting. Do the same side, same for this side. All right, like the front, I left it loose so I can move it in and out, depending on what body you're running or how you like to run it. Some people don't want to have her bumper tucked up under the back. I like having it as far in as I can get it. But that's what you got. You got your adjustment. Then once you get it where you want it, you tighten it down. Don't forget to tighten it down, because you hit a rock and these things shoot up under your bumper and let your body get hit. You're going to be irritated, and you're going to be fussing, oh, these bumpers, when it's actually your fault. So make sure you tighten them down and get out there and have fun with them, enjoy them, hit them, take them into the woods, take them on the trail, and enjoy the change of the look of the truck. And I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it was helpful. And remember, it's a hobby. Enjoy it. Have a good night.